Hey, there is a ceasefire, everyone. Ceasefire. President Donald Trump has agreed to pause the attack on the Iranians for 2 weeks. The Iranians came to the table with, for once, some type of legitimate peace plan. I guess it's a 9-point plan or something they put forward. And so Trump has put a pause to this attack. And for the world at large, most people out here that I saw in the media space, most of the leadership around the world, were all scared. What was going to happen to the poor murderers in Iran? They were so worried about those guys. Well, you guys don't have to worry about them, because now they've got 2 weeks to show the world that they are adults, that they are serious about running a real country with a real economy, with with citizens who can actually live their lives. They have 2 weeks to prove that they can put forth some type of path for the entire region to finally be at peace, because they are psycho lunatics. The problem is these guys in Iran, the leadership there, they've got 2 weeks to do this, but they don't know anything other than murder, death, murder, kill, greed, money. That's all they know. So what are they going to do over the next 2 weeks to change the trajectory of them going to hell is the question, because they got 2 weeks now before they go to hell. And what are they going to do to avoid that eventuality is the question. Are they going to try to be more peaceful? Are they going to try to come up with a better plan? Are they going to discuss things with the Pope and get some ideas from him so that they can, prove to the world that they are the good guys and the Americans are the bad guys? Because that's basically what this is going to come down to. So my thing is this: the way I've seen the Iranian regime and how they react and how they work and how they do things, they're full of shit. They're liars. And so this is 2 weeks for them to figure out a way to end the great Satan. They're going to spend 2 weeks, so they know in 2 weeks they're going straight to hell. So what are they going to do in this 2 week period of time? They're going to find any way possible to try to assassinate President Trump. They're going to push all of their little cronies in the media, like Tucker Carlson, to go on 3, 4, 5 times a day trying to crush Trump politically. They're going to reach out to the Pope. They're going to reach out to their European friends. They're going to reach out to their Chinese friends, and they're going to tell them to put the screws to the United States. They're going to try to force some type of economic downturn, some type of chaos through their buddies, through the Europeans and the Chinese. So the next 2 weeks are going to be very crazy, because the Iranians do not know how to have peace. They don't know, and I'm talking about the leadership here. The leadership, they don't know how to live like regular human beings. They can't do that. So this will be 2 weeks of them trying to bring hell to all of us. That's what this will be. And over those 2 weeks, we're going to see people like the Pope supporting this madness from those guys. That's just what's happening now, because the world has been convinced that the Iranians are the good guys here. That's what's going on. So we get to see the Pope. We get to see all these politicians here. We get to see the European leaders. We get to see the Chinese. We get to see them all for the next 2 weeks try to prop up these psycho murderers in Iran. It's not going to work. The Iranians are going to try to find ways to assassinate Trump, to create all kinds of problems over the next 2 weeks. It's not going to work. And then at the end of 2 weeks, we're going to be right back where we are today. And Trump's going to tell our military, send them to hell. And we're going to have the Pope and everyone else crying, all upset, all over again. So watch. It's going to be 2 weeks of bullshit from the Iranians, 2 weeks of them trying to sabotage, 2 weeks of them trying to set the world on fire, 2 weeks of them trying to bring trying to bring the world to an end is what's going to happen here. And we're going to see the people in the media here in the United States. We're going to see the Pope and the Vatican all support this madness. So we got 2 weeks of craziness coming, 2 weeks of pure insanity that will be coming up here. The entire world is going to be arguing, fussing, and fighting. This is going to be a shit show. Period. So Well, a lot of people may be celebrating right now, "Oh, there won't be war." Just remember that on the Iranian side, the leadership there, they don't know how to do anything but war. That's all they can do, literally. So they've got 2 weeks between now and the time they go to see their daddy in hell, right? To wreak as much havoc in war as possible. That's what this is. So I don't understand why the Pope and why other people continue to support the Iranian regime. I don't know why. I don't know why they think that murderers and warmongers can somehow, some way change their ways and be something other than that. They're not going to change. As a matter of fact, they're going to view this 2 week pause as weakness from President Trump. That's how they're going to see this. It's pure weakness from their perspective. And they now feel they have the advantage. So that's what I'm telling you. We're going to see 2 weeks of hell on earth from these guys because they think they've won now. People like the Pope, leadership here in the West, they have convinced the Iranians that there's no support in the United States for taking them out, that they feel that we are so weak here and Europe is so weak that we would rather live under their tyranny than just take them out now. And a lot of us are weak. That's the truth. I keep bringing up the Pope. I look at the Pope and I see weakness at the Vatican across the board. So I can see how he would support the Iranians because the Vatican, the Pope, weak, the Iranians strong. So they cower down to them. They think, well, those guys are the good guys because they're the strong guys. The only reason why the Iranians even came to the table with some type of real plan is because Trump was really going to send them to hell. That's what it took for them to come to the table with a half-assed plan that they're only using to further perpetuate war. So think about that. Threatening a real threat to send them all to hell got them to move 1 millimeter into the direction of let's talk peace, but it's only a scam fraud for 2 weeks so we can try to kill you, Trump, and do whatever we can to turn the tables and win this thing. That's what people are dealing with. That's what the world is dealing with these people. They are not interested in peace. They are not interested in running a country that is thriving with people who are living good lives. No, they are only interested in ending the world through murder for money. I don't know why anyone thinks that these people are anything other than that. This is all they are. It takes a lot of time and effort to become as murderous as they are. They're experts at murder. They're experts at death. They're experts at terror. It takes a lot of hard work to become an expert at evil the way they are. It just takes a lot of work. Okay. And no one's going to put in that kind of work like they have, a whole life of work full of hate and evil, to all of a sudden turn from that and become good guys. It's impossible. Let's get real. So, yeah, this is a 2 week pause, but it's a 2 week pause that's going to be totally insane. And we're going to end up back in the same place we are today, maybe even in a worse position, with more people trying to support these murderers over there who are trying to scam the world, because that's what they're doing, is they're just scammers, right? Pure 100% unadulterated scammers. No one should be supporting them. It's time that they left the earth. Sorry, it's just the truth. It's the truth. So there will be a lot of news tonight. There will be a lot of talking. There will be a lot of celebrating, but be prepared for the next 2 weeks to be insane. Be prepared for something like an assassination attempt on President Trump. This is how these guys operate. They don't, when you come at them with force, they will back up a little bit because they don't want to die, but that's not going to change who they are. They're going to still try to murder and kill whatever they can. That's all they are. That's all they'll ever be. They've chosen that for themselves. And anytime a human being has chosen to turn away from being a human and they become a monster the way these guys have become, there's no sympathy there, and there's no trying to work it out. You just have to erase them. Send them on to hell where they belong. Goodbye. I think that's just it. I think Trump gets that. And that's why Trump is doing what he's doing. Very few people can get into a leadership role like Trump and have the balls to do the right thing and to get rid of people like those guys over there. So Godspeed to President Trump. Good job, President Trump. It takes strength to deal with these madmen and these lunatics. It takes a lot of strength. It takes having Trump has been abandoned by his political base. A lot of them, not everybody, but a lot of the elite. He's been abandoned by a lot of people who were supposedly his supporters. But President Trump knows what's up, and he knows what he's dealing with those guys. And he knows that they're a bunch of scamming pieces of crap. And there's only one way to deal with that, and it's with force. So yeah, that's where we're at, guys. And that's where this is going. So I fully expect 2 weeks from now to see the Iranians being bombed and blown up. This is not going to change anything. They don't know how to change. This is only going to make it worse. So we might even make it to 2 weeks because it's contingent on them keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. So I think the first thing they're going to try to do is try to do something in the straits to show to the world that Trump isn't serious. This is who we're dealing with, right? So this is high stakes game. It's not a joke. Trump is serious on it. I think they've just now figured that out, but that's only going to make this more crazy, more insane, because these guys don't know how to back down. They only know how to get worse. And when you deal with people like that, you can only get worse until you wipe them out. And that's where we're at. So yeah, guys, I want to hit you with this with a quick live because this is breaking news. This is the Off Ramp. I am your host, Thomas Jason Anderson. Please subscribe and please like and share. I will talk to you guys later. Take care.
Now I'ma put it down like that. I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. You don't like the way I act anyway. You really don't have to react. Don't try to change my mind, in fact. Honey, I've already packed all my stuff. We're no longer kids, let's move on. And you are not my kid, so I'm done. Please don't make me pull my gun. Sorry boy, I can't be the one. You know it, yeah. Nothing lasts forever. You know that a change will make it better. You know that nothing lasts forever. You know that, yeah, change will make it better. There's no one to blame, you see. Maybe we're not meant to be. There are plenty more fish in the sea anyway. Every day's a different thing. So I'm not into wedding rings. It ain't personal, it's the way I think. Yeah. You